Hey you guys, welcome back to Mykey TV. I am your host Mykey, of course. Today is a great day. We are over 100 subscribers, you guys. How crazy is that? I am so grateful, so grateful, so grateful. Thank you guys for tuning into my channel. I really appreciate it. Today's video is going to be very interesting. If you guys don't know, I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So there are clubs here, of course. The two clubs I'm going to be doing a comparison is going to be a club named Lush. You might see it as Lush Lounge and Theater, and a club called The Saloon, or sometimes The Saloon Minneapolis. Yes, both of these are gay clubs. I kind of want to do a comparison, like for a tourist, where they should go to get what they're looking for, okay? First, let's just dive right into this. The Saloon, I feel everyone's very familiar with The Saloon. The Saloon is downtown. It is a very popular gay club, along with a club named the 90s. I'll do a separate video on the 90s. But today we're going to concentrate on the Saloon and we're going to concentrate on Lush. Okay. The Saloon is very interesting, to say the least. It's a very beautiful club as far as the way that it looks. It's physically beautiful to me. There are quite a few rooms, maybe 4 or 5 different spaces you can go into. Nice sized club. They do offer food options, and of course they offer drinks. Let's get into the other part of that club. There is a certain clientele that goes to the Saloon. The Saloon is very much known, very known in the community for having a certain type of energy there. So if you're going to the Saloon, be prepared for more younger people. I would say often more than not. A lot of people that go to the Saloon, specifically on certain nights, they're going to be like right around 20, 21, maybe 24. They're much younger. I would say a lot of them are newer club goers. So don't be going there looking for somebody early 30s, okay? Because I mean, you might run into them, but again, they're few and far between. And like I said, the club is so frequented that sometimes you will run into the same people. So that's just kind of a synopsis on the Saloon. We'll jump over to Lush. Lush has been around for a while. Lush, I believe, has gone through a few owners. It has now been remodeled. There are things that are, it looks a little different. You just have to go to Lush and see what it's about. Lush, of course, will have different age ranges. I was there recently. So running into people in their 30s is very common at Lush. I think Lush intentionally wants to have a more mature version of clubbing, right? Because it is a lounge. There's a separate area that you go into for the show, like at other clubs and other lounges, but it's closed off. It's very well done. I don't know, I like that space. As you can see, I may be a little biased. Like I said, we'll get more into this in the video, but I appreciate Lush as opposed to Saloon, being that, like, the bartenders, for instance, let's say that there are 3 bars at the Saloon, maybe 4. When this is happening, there'll be 2 of them that'll be open for the most part. And the problem is people kind of crowd around the bar at the Saloon. So it's hard to order a drink, you know, without having to basically talk to someone and kind of get them out of the way to get your drink. My interactions with the bartenders have been questionable. I wouldn't say they've been my favorite experiences. I've definitely had some bartenders at the Saloon that you can tell were just... When you're working, if you're gay and you're working at a club, to be clear, you need to be working, right? You need to be working. You shouldn't be, you know, looking for guys, doing the whole 9. I understand, you know, if you're gay, if you're looking, you're single, whatever, but your job when you're working should be your job, right? I'm sure you get hit on, but that's a major difference. Like I said, at the Lush, I appreciate it, like I said, being able to go to the bar, get a drink. People kind of moved out of the way. I really appreciated that, as opposed to like parking at the bar, groups of people parking at the bar. That was something that I didn't experience at the Lush. I think Lush is definitely a club I'm going to be going to more often. It's just more mature. Sometimes the Saloon can be sometimes the Saloon can be a little overwhelming. There's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. sometimes, you know, you'll go to the club, for instance. You'll go into the saloon on a weekend. Part of the club will be open and the other part will be closed. No one ever tells you this, of course, before you go in. It just doesn't make sense. Like, so literally, sometimes you'll go in, the front's open, but this room is not open. This side's open, but the outside's not open. It's very confusing. Very confusing. Yes, very confusing. I will say that the cooks there are pretty amazing, okay? The ones that make like the chicken, the whole nine, they've always been really, really friendly guys. Like I said, what I'm referring to is the bartenders. Like I said, we gotta make sure we're actually working and we're actually, you know, giving off good energy. You know what I mean? Back to Lush. Like I said, I went there for a brunch. The food was good. I will say that the waiter that we had at Lush, I wish I knew his name, was very attentive, very good. And you can tell that he liked his job. Like I said, it wasn't, he came by, how's everything tasting? Everything's good? Cool. You know, he did his job, very amazing guy. I'm gonna get his name. But yes, like I said, Lush, I feel like that's where I'm gonna be going from now on if I have an option. That's gonna be my go-to spot. It is a little further. I live in an area called St. Paul. So if you're from Minnesota, you know how that is to Minneapolis. But Lush is located in northeast Minneapolis, while Saloon is in downtown, which again is a great advantage and will be great for people that are coming from out of town and want to hang downtown. That club is down there. Cover-wise, I would say they're pretty much the same. You know, you're gonna be paying the same to get into either one. Hours, for instance, today is a Friday and the saloon is closing at 3 a.m. and Lush should be closing at 1 a.m. Again, I think it's done strategically because you hang downtown too long, stuff starts happening at a certain amount of time. I'm not talking about fun stuff. I'm talking about stuff like police might show up, this might happen. So again, you guys, this is kind of my breakdown. I'll say this is my part 1 video to Saloon and Lush. If you guys agree with me, let me know. If you disagree with me, let me know. Like I said, I'm all ears, but from my experience, we're gonna choose between the two. If you're coming out of town, again, if you are in your 30s or kind of around that area, I would suggest going to Lush over Saloon. I definitely think you should try the Saloon out. But as far as a personal favorite, I'm gonna have to choose Lush on this one. Thank you guys so much for your time. I really, really appreciate you. And again, thank you guys to the new subscribers and the old ones. Thank you guys. Thank you so much, so much, so much, so much. Can't wait to talk to you guys again. Bye.